Hello, ma'am, Bening and friends. I'm Adrian Benuwaiti. I'm gonna explain about the flower industry in Africa. I choose Kenya as an example. But before we go further, let's watch the video together first.
The ultimate goal of growing roses is to make other people happy. We believe we give them the best that we can. I am responsible for 630,000 roses. I love the roses.
Lake Naivasha, Kenya, could also be called Rose Heaven. The climate and freshwater supply have allowed many to farm some of the world's most coveted flowers. The growers here work extra hard to make sure that the roses that end up in bouquets all around the world look perfect.
My name is Winnie Gadhoni Njonge. My main job here is to take care of the roses. We harvest between 300,000 in a day to 450 depending on the weather. We have various colors. We have pinks, we have whites, yellow, reds. A good rose is a perfect one which is free of any diseases or any pests and is of good length and a good stem weight. We have some secrets to growing the roses well, but we can share them.
Whilst many would be surprised to learn that Kenya is a centre for these flowers, rose production has flourished in the region over the last few decades.
From planting to the time of harvest, it takes 12 weeks. We harvest when the flower buds are showing the right color, and then the length of the rose is also a determining factor, and the shape of the rose.
Winnie's perfect roses are then shipped off to Europe, Japan and the US and many other worldwide destinations. And then Winnie heads back to work to create more beautiful bouquets.
The love for roses gives you the desire to learn more. We really appreciate and feel fulfilled to see other people happy at what we produce. It's like they embrace our daily job.
So from the video, we know that the location of most flower plantation in Kenya is in the Rift Valley area around Lake Naivasha. Apart from the tea and coffee, cut flowers are one of the Kenya's main export horticultural products. The flowers are cut in the morning, taken directly to the airport to reach the international flower auction market in Amsterdam at noon. From the auction market in Amsterdam, the cut flowers are distributed to various parts of the world, including Indonesia. Geographical condition. Kenya mountainous natural condition with a tropical climate are suitable for tea, coffee, and cut flower plantation. Like other tropical regions, Kenya experiences two seasons, namely the dry season from February to May and the rainy season from June to December. The agricultural sector is still dominant, around 75% in the fertile and upland areas of Kenya. At high altitudes with sufficient sunlight, cool air is perfect for coffee, tea, and horticulture, including cut flowers. And then the next is cut flower contribution. In 2003, tea, coffee, and horticultural products, especially cut flowers, still contributed 55% of the country's total exports. Kenyan cut flowers contribute 38% to the world market. The production of these three main commodities has a positive impact on improving the quality of life of Kenyan farmers. Around 60% of these three commodities are cultivated by farming communities, and the rest are managed by companies, mainly from outside Kenya. Next is about the story of Kenyan flower exports to international markets. Cut flowers are one of the Kenyan horticultural products that are exported to the international flower markets in the Netherlands. Its story began with the world oil crisis in the early 70s, which had an impact on the high cost of producing cut flowers in the Netherlands. Kenya does not need oil as a substitute for solar energy because sunlight in Kenya makes it easy for various types of flower grow. Therefore, Kenya offers low production cost to the Dutch entrepreneurs to invest in their cut flowers business. Kenya's tropical climate is suitable for growing high-quality flower throughout the month without the need for expensive greenhouse and electrical energy supplies. And then the next is about Apple to compete with the Netherlands. Kenya's fresh cut flowers can compete with flower producers in Europe, such as flower producing countries from the Netherlands. Not only because of the sunny climate, labor costs are also lower. However, the Kenyan government also tends to make concessions on environmental concern and the lack of barriers to trade. The cut flowers industry has created many job opportunities in Kenya. According to a report by the Kenya Flower Council, this sector employs between 50,000 and 60,000 workers directly, and more than 500,000 people work indirectly in the production process. Horticulture is one of the fastest growing sectors in the Kenyan economy, largely due to the export of cut flowers. The next is for 100 flower producers in Kenya. There are more than 150 flowers producers in Kenya. The majority are medium to large scale commercial operation. In 2008, and there were results from a sole survey on the company level of more than 100 cut flowers exporters. From this survey, it is known that there are around 120 established farmer exporters, exporting various types of cut flowers in the most of the year to the auction market in Amsterdam. Its investment often the last 2 decades and today free access to the European Union have contributed to the rapid growth of cut flowers. Cut flowers importers and retailers in the European Union have entered into contracts with Kenyan oat flowers producers to ensure adequate supply and timely delivery. Cut flower business relationships like this require an easy, accessible workforce. And then the next is maintaining cut flower competition. In order to maintain cut flower competition in the international market, the Kenyan government established the Kenya Flower Council or KFC in 1996 to coordinate the efforts of independent growers and exporters and ensure the implementation of acceptable local and international standards. Several attempts have been made to increase the demand of Kenyan cut flowers in the international market. From 2003 to 2008, KFC began the process of achieving accreditation for the regulatory scheme certification system. The accreditation granted by the South African National Accreditation System in August 2008. In 2005, there was recognition of the KFC flowers and ornamental sustainability standard with the Global Social Compliance Program, which is a trademark from social accountability. The KFC scheme is accredited by the Quality System Regulation, which define the government's audit and certification process. Producer members subscribe to the flowers and ornamental sustainability standards and are audited annually. 65% of cut flowers from Kenya are exported to the Netherlands, 25% to the UK, and 7% to Germany. There are 74% Kenya's flower exports, followed by the carnation, which is the most popular flower in Africa. Next is how the Dutch auction system works. Important directly sourced flowers from Kenyan farmers for the needs of European supermarkets and traditional retailers. For example, The supermarket in the UK has a contractual agreement with a Kenyan exporter through an import agent and sends order to Farmer Daily, which guides when flowers will be harvested, processed, and shipped. Throughout the cut flower supply chain, all connect and integrated produce can be harvested and finally on flower shelves in US supermarket within 24 hours of harvest. Okay, next I will explain about cut flowers estate foreign exchange. According to data from the Kenya Flower Council, the contribution of horticulture reaches 1 billion per year US dollar. Over 15 years, horticulture has contributed to Kenya's gross domestic product or GDP. Until 2015 or 14, it was recorded that the contribution reached 2.8% and 1.52% was obtained from floriculture. In 2015, Kenya's ornamental plant industry recorded a 600 million US dollar in foreign exchange by exporting around 124,000 tons of ornamental plants. The Kenyan government is targeting an increase in floriculture exports to over 700 million US dollar by 2017. In 2015, cut flower export contributed 1.01% to Kenya's national GDP and generated 62.9 billion Kenyan shillings. According to the Kenya Flower Council, the development of cut flowers has overtaken the coffee and tourism sectors as a source for foreign exchange for Kenya. The last is how can Indonesia learn from Kenya to improve its fresh flower export? The Indonesia government must build infrastructure to develop its floriculture industry. In addition, a conducive business climate, productive workforce, marketing, and post-harvest are also the main focus. Moreover, the Indonesian government must also improve the air transportation network by building a special terminal for flower transportation. Technological support is provided to large, medium, and small-scale farmers. This support so that all Indonesian floriculture producers have the same understanding of the standard according to the market wishes. And that's all my presentation. Thank you.